First of all, Mark, this is about injustice and inequality in the United States of America. It's not about the military. It's not about the flag. But the conversation on injustice in the United States of America is uncomfortable. So people want to make it about something else. That being said, being in the NFL and being in a locker room with guys from all walks of life, you're in uncomfortable situations on a daily basis in practice, in a game. You start to get used to that. So when things like this happen, you can have that conversation with that teammate, no matter where he's from. And you can come to a solution because of that. You're not scared of being uncomfortable. You learn how to deal with that. And I think if more people in the United States of America could have those uncomfortable conversations, things would happen and there would be change.
President Trump said this isn't about race. Do you believe it is about race?
Absolutely. And Mark, this has been eating away at my insides like a parasite, and I have to get it out. You see, I was an immigrant to America. I love that country. The American dream that they talk about, I dreamt it, and it became my reality. I would lay my life down for that country, and I'm not even American. And I said that to say this, Mark. I got to give a little history lesson here, because we're in England right now. How come the United States is no longer under British rule? Does anybody know the answer to that question? A group of people got together, Mark, said to themselves, the situation is untenable, all men are created equal, and what's going on right now, the status quo for us is unacceptable. We're not going to stand for it. We're going to do something. And guess what, Mark? They did. With fire and fury. And they fought, they died, and they won their independence. Now, these same group of people, known as the Founding Fathers, had the wherewithal, the presence of mind, to put the freedom of speech and the right to peacefully protest as the first amendment to the Constitution, Mark, the very first amendment. You know why? Because they said to themselves, this is what we are. This is what makes America, America. This is a pillar of America. And without this, the United States of America, as we know it, does not exist. You have a group of people now, a group of African-American men, led by Colin Kaepernick, who are looking at the racial injustice, looking at the killing of unarmed black people, looking at all the inequalities of black people in the country. And they said, okay, we're rich, we have money, but guess what? The situation for African Americans in that country is untenable. The status quo is untenable for us. We're going to do something. And guess what happens? They get the finger pointed at them. You're the bad guy. You're disrespecting our flag. You're disrespecting our heritage. No, Mr. Trump, you're disrespecting the flag. You're disrespecting your heritage. Why? Because that is your heritage. The country was born out of protest. So how can they be disrespecting the flag and disrespecting the heritage when that is your heritage? Makes absolutely no sense.
Are you both disappointed that in many ways this protest has come as a response to President Trump's words rather than to back up what Colin Kaepernick started?
You know, I think this is all a part of the process. I think when any kind of protest is happening, there are catalysts to that. And Trump's comments just made it stronger.
There is a school of thought close to Trump that the rich African-American footballers, athletes, should be grateful for what America has done for them. Do you find that deeply, deeply offensive?
That thought is ridiculous to me. Do they not see the stupidity in that? If these people don't do it, who's going to do it? Do you know how much courage it takes to put everything you've worked for your entire life on the line for something like this? Colin Kaepernick has lost everything. He doesn't have a job now because of this.
Something he loves to do.
Something he loves to do. He put everything on the line. You have to applaud that. That man is a true patriot. Ridiculous.
And finally, can you understand veterans, families of deceased servicemen and women feeling offended at protests against a flag which is draped on coffins and handed to the bereaved after a funeral ceremony. Can you understand that point of view?
The issue is it's not about the flag. It's not about the military. They are just using that as a narrative to distract from what's really happening, which is the social injustice and inequality in the United States of America.
Would the owners that have protested finally, would there be a greater statement and a greater gesture in giving Colin Kaepernick a job?
Absolutely. And they should do that. They know that. There's not that many quarterbacks better than this man. They really want to make change. They really want to make a difference. Do the right thing.